This is episode 1 out of 5. I don't label them as episodes. I'm just doing 5 videos. It sounds better than video 1 through 5, or does it? I don't know. Anyways, we got the real reason why WWE draft was awful. Drew McIntyre resigns with WWE, CM Punk, and wrestling news. Let's get into it.
WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including the real reason that the WWE draft was a huge letdown. Drew McIntyre finally re-signs with WWE. Is CM Punk actually returning soon? Could Imperium and the reason the WWE draft was a huge letdown? Our top story today takes a look at a new report which may explain why the WWE draft was very underwhelming. Coming out of night 1 of the 2024 WWE draft, fans were not happy, and for good reason. WWE cite the draft as being one of the most exciting, unpredictable nights of the calendar year,
yet night 1
of the 2024 draft was a total dud. Only a few wrestlers changed shows, and it was hard to get excited about wrestlers being drafted to a show that they were already on. But in a new report from Fightful Select, they've been told that the notion put forth on TV of retaining familiar talent was important to WWE. The report also notes that more brand switches are likely.
The two.
Turn your ideas into videos. Go to artlist.io and get everything you need all in one place.
That wasn't that big. You kind of figured it out.
Music recorded by real artists.
SmackDown, so they gonna want
Stunning visuals produced to empower your stories.
I don't think they would even need to build either
sound effects created with
they've been building up so much.
This extends to NXT talent coming to the main roster. Hopefully, Fightful Select's report comes true.
I was confused.
WWE still has a chance of saving the draft from being a total disaster. Next up, Drew McIntyre finally re-signs with WWE. After months of endless reports and speculation, it's finally been confirmed by The Rock that Drew McIntyre has re-signed with WWE. Taking to his official Instagram page, the final boss put up this video.
I think he gave him a sword. It was cute.
Man of my word, as you're a man of yours, congratulations Drew McIntyre on signing your new WWE deal. As we talked about after WrestleMania match, I know this Scottish Claymore represents everything that you, your family, and your country embody. Alba Grubra. As you know, I wanted to personally hand-deliver this gift to you at your meeting with Nick Khan, but I had warm cheap meals and chilled tequila waiting for me. Congrats again, brother, and cheers to hunger, passion, climbing that mountain, and always entertaining our fans. According to Fightful Select, this new contract is a multi-year deal for big money. So congrats to Drew McIntyre on re-signing with the WWE. Are you guys happy that he re-signed? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up is Cody Rhodes injured. Undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes had an unfortunate landing during his match with Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown. It looked like Rhodes may have injured his shoulder. In the first report since his match, Fightful Select have offered an update which reads, "Speaking of the main event, we reached out to Cody Rhodes to ask if he was okay, and he said always, but it isn't exactly a definitive update. Hopefully Rhodes is indeed okay. He said to main event Backlash next weekend against AJ Styles, and an injury to Rhodes could be catastrophic for WWE. Next up is CM Punk returning soon. Now, there was some confusion surrounding CM Punk this week on SmackDown. Punk was advertised to appear on the show, and he was even the cover star for all promotional material. Now, it turned out that Punk appeared for a post-show promo, and in Punk's promo, Punk gave an injury update and stated that his triceps still aren't 100%. I want to give a little update. My triceps is not 100% yet, but I'm on track, and I promise soon I will be back and competing with all the tough badasses backstage. Footage of Punk's promo has been circulating across social media and even got interrupted by Chad Gable. Is this a hint of a feud for Punk when he's cleared? Punk vs Gable would certainly be a fresh matchup for WWE to explore. It was reported a few months ago that Punk is looking at a summertime frame when it comes to his return. SummerSlam is surely an ideal target both for WWE and Punk, and if Punk manages to get cleared for SummerSlam, then the ideal and most logical match for Punk is a 1v1 showdown with Drew McIntyre.
No.
Next up, did WWE pick the right man to dethrone Gunther? One of the most shocking moments of WrestleMania 40 this month saw Sami Zayn defeat Gunther to become Intercontinental Champion. While Zayn is a top star in WWE, nobody anticipated Zayn winning the title, yet ultimately it looks to be in both men's best interests. The Zayn vs Chad Gable feud is red hot, whilst Gunther looks to move up the card and become the 2024 King of the Ring. But speaking to Gorilla Position, the ring general himself chimed in on dropping the title and stated that Sami Zayn and Chad Gable were two logical names to take the Intercontinental title from him. Gunther would then state that Zayn overcoming him was a successful end to his reign. He's fantastic in the ring and has been for years. To do the match with him at the biggest stage possible and go out in the biggest way possible, I was very happy with that. It was a very successful ending to that reign. Next up, could Imperium add a new member? WWE made the bold call to kick Giovanni Vinci out of Imperium this week on Raw. Fans have been speculating that they may look to add a new villainous member to the popular stable, and one idea being thrown around is former NXT champion Ilya Dragunov. This would be a solid option for WWE to implement, as Dragunov and Gunther have a ton of established history, yet the continuity of the booking move may be brought into question as Dragunov and Gunther are supposedly arch rivals. Speaking on the Hall of Fame podcast, NXT commentator Booker T stated that he's fully on board with the idea. I tell you what, man, it'd be a great spot for him, being in that faction right there. He won't get lost in the shuffle or anything like that. He's really good. You're going to be looking and see who we can put him with. Him being part of that group right there, you can put him against anybody and he can definitely go out there and shine, no matter who you put him against, because he's going to have backup. So yeah, NXT I can see that happening. That would be a great faction for him to be a part of. It does look like Dragunov is now set for a permanent call-up to the main roster. He dropped the NXT title to Trick Williams this week on NXT TV, so it's likely that WWE created.
I want to see that.
The Thatcher Cider Farm. Here comes Martin
I think we need
Thatcher.
4 members for that.
Friday
is coming up with the direction for Dragunov on the main roster. Next up, a WWE star getting a makeover. Baron Corbin was recalled back up to SmackDown as part of the 2024 draft. Corbin's NXT run received widespread praise as it saw Corbin deliver some of the finest work of his career. According to Fightful Select, Corbin could be getting a new renewed look ahead of returning to the main roster. The report doesn't add any more details in relation to what this makeover could look like, so we'll have to wait and see. As some fans are disappointed that WWE haven't kept Corbin and his NXT partner Bron Breakker on the same show. Their pairing in NXT was tremendous and it would have been a significant boost to the tag division to see them both on the same brand. It'll be interesting to see what WWE have planned for Corbin on the main roster, and hopefully he is booked and presented in a manner similar to the way he is on NXT TV. Next up, positive Charlotte Flair news. It was announced in late 2023 that Charlotte Flair would be out of action for around 9 months with a torn ACL, MCL, and meniscus. Whilst his injuries are no laughing matter, there's a positive update from a fellow WWE star. During an interview with Sportskeeda, Charlotte's real-life friend Bayley revealed that it looks like she's way ahead of schedule. Charlotte I've known for so long. I had her first match ever, so I mean, I was just in the position a couple of years ago, and I know how hard it is. I'm excited to have her back, and I know she's itching for it. She's way ahead of schedule, it looks like, and I text her all the time like I hate you. How are you already doing this? How are you already doing that? So she's going to be a freaking force when she gets back. Hopefully it won't be too long before the multi-time women's champion is back on screen. Next up, has WWE changed their recruitment strategy?
Take it off.
WWE always likes to change their recruitment strategy for new talent, and it looks like they've done so again. According to The Undertaker on his 6 Feet Under podcast, WWE are now looking at signing NFL athletes to contracts. There's a quote of guys that they're taking from independents, but I'm pretty sure the objective now is to hit these NFL combines, the Big 12 combines, and get these type athletes. And they do have open workouts too. They had one in Australia when we were over there a month or so ago for Elimination Chamber Perth. It's a lot different. It's another layer of the evolution of the product and the athletes. Some of the greatest wrestlers of all time have played in the NFL, including Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, so this isn't exactly the worst recruitment strategy WWE could be implementing. And finally, what's happening with Dominic Mysterio? Our final story today takes a look at an injury update regarding Dominic Mysterio. On Friday, Mysterio shut down a report that he was requiring surgery. Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio has offered an updated report on the matter, and according to Meltzer, Mysterio will be going through physical therapy as opposed to surgery. Best of luck to Mysterio, and we wish him a speedy recovery. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave